So I have a lot of clients who come to me and they say, I want to lose 10 pounds or I want to lose 20 pounds by this date. And I have been there. I know what that is like. But here's the deal. The problem with this is that diets don't work, so there's no quick fix. Sure, you could go on a juice cleanse. You could do a really big thing right now is intermittent fasting. You could do the paleo diet, and there are certainly aspects of these things that are, oh my goodness, I think I went off. All right, I'm back. There are certainly aspects of these, what I'll call fad diets, that are super helpful for cultivating a healthy lifestyle, but they're not sustainable. So if you're like me, it's possible that you've tried different types of diets, and maybe you've lost weight, but keeping that weight off is really where the problem lies, because we end up yo-yoing. And this is because your body is so freaking smart. And there's science to prove this. So 97% of diets fail is a really across the board standard percentage that is, recognized by a lot of different scientific communities. But the National Weight Control Registry, I wrote down this statistic, says that diets have a success rate of 0.001%, which is even less. So that's wild in and of itself. And, so many of us have experienced this. And I will talk a little bit about why when you lose weight in a diet, it doesn't stay off. And how it has nothing to do with your self-control. It's not your fault. And this is just because your body is so smart. So when you are reducing your caloric intake, and you're upping the amount of calories that you're burning, which of course is the standard formula for losing weight. You have to burn more calories than you're taking in. If you're doing this in a really drastic way, and you start doing it overnight because you're like, okay, resolution, starting a diet tomorrow, gonna work out an hour a day and eat 1,200 calories, whatever it is that you're doing, your body, though it may be losing weight, will also recognize that you're eating substantially less and burning substantially more. And so if you look at the history of humanity, there's so many times, this is still happening. World hunger is a big, massive thing. And our bodies, because they know this is the thing that happens in humanity, will go into a famine mode. And so your hunger hormones will actually swoop in. They'll tell you that you need to be eating more, which is why, and I hate this term, but like self-control is part of the reason why so many of my clients are like, I can't lose weight. Like, I have no self-control. It's really not, it's not your fault. It's that you don't have self-control or willpower. It's that your body is trying to stay alive. And so, we go into a famine mode, and then your body actually hangs on to those fat cells because it wants to protect itself against famine, even though that's of course not what is happening in your immediate reality, I hope. It's really what's happening in your body. Okay. So here's the deal. When you go into famine mode, your body hangs onto the fat cells. Your body tells you to eat more, densely caloric foods, which is why cravings are such a big thing. And your set point weight, which is the weight that your body is at its healthiest and happiest point, which has a 10 to 20 pound range. So you do have some flexibility within there, but your set point will go up because your body wants to protect itself. So this is why so many women specifically, but men too, or all genders, you go through weight cycling, you're yo-yo dieting for years and years and years. And let's say you start at 120 pounds and then you go up to 135 pounds and then you go down to 125 pounds and then you go up to 100, and like that set point just keeps getting up and up and up. And again, it's not your fault. It's your body being super freaking smart. Okay. But you do have that set point where you have the 10 to 20 pound range. So through lifestyle choices, you may be able to release weight that your body does not need. I'm going to repeat this. It's weight that your body does not need. And you may be able to communicate with your body to let your body know that, it's safe to release weight. Sometimes after years of yo-yo dieting, your body doesn't feel like it's safe to release that weight because it's been holding on to it for survival, because you've put it in survival mode. So now the next step is to allow your body to heal itself by itself. And this is super scary because so many of us have a fear of gaining weight because of society. And this fear is really unfounded because, so many of us are not at that ideal beauty standard that has been set on by society for the past, 50 years. And before that, the ideal beauty standard was very different across the world. The ideal beauty standard is very different, and it means nothing, or it has nothing to do with what is a healthy body. Are you following me? So your set point is where you are healthiest, and you can allow your body to heal itself by itself and get to that set point, even if it's in a 10 to 20 pound range. So you could be on the lower end of that set point if you're, if you do feel like you need to, release some weight. And the way to do this, I'm going to give you some tips and tricks. So the first thing to do is to eat intuitively. And again, this is super scary because so many of us have been used to restricting for so many years. And eating intuitively means listening to your body. And there's actually a whole book about, intuitive eating, and you can read it. It's really amazing. A lot of people talk about this. A lot of people have different ideas about it. I find a really plain and simple way that I think about it, and the way I communicated about it to my clients is eating for energy. So what makes you feel good energetically? And you can look at this energy as a physical energy, but also a mental, metaphysical, spiritual energy. What allows you to feel like your best self, mind, body, and spirit? Listening to your body is the way to do this. So, I preach the 80-20 lifestyle, and if you don't know what that is, there's tons of videos on it. I think you can scroll back in my IGTV later, or my YouTube or Facebook, wherever. That's a really easy way to get to a point where you can allow yourself to eat intuitively and listen to your body while still maintaining a really nutrient-dense diet without a lot of restriction. I found it to be an incredibly great way for me to find my balance after years of yo-yoing. And I will say, in my own personal recovery of disordered eating and yo-yo dieting, I did gain 30 pounds. So there is the possibility that in your recovery of yo-yo dieting, in that time of letting your body heal itself by itself, your body may put on weight because it's like, oh, we're not in a famine anymore, but your body, is still finding its footing. So I did gain 30 pounds, but then I lost it. And now I have the body that I always wanted when I had disordered eating. Or at least I love my body now. I don't know. Actually, I honestly don't know what body I totally wanted. I think I just wanted to be skinny, whatever. And now I love my body and I feel confident in my body regardless as to what I weigh, because I don't even weigh myself anymore. It's just how I feel. Another really important aspect to this of listening to your body and getting in tune with your body is moving. And this doesn't mean you have to go to the gym for an hour a day. I'm not a huge proponent of over-exercising. Just simply stretching in the morning is oftentimes enough to become in tune with your body. And being active is one of the best things you can do for your health. It doesn't actually, you don't have to work out a ton to heal your body or to feel healthy. It's just a matter of allowing movement to be a big part of your lifestyle. So going on walks, stretching and just being mindful of, when your body needs to move in our very sedentary culture. Moving your body is huge. Loving your body, obviously, and loving your food, enjoying your food, not being afraid of food. Changing your relationship to your body and food is what will allow your body to come back to that natural set point, which will allow you to feel healthy and happy and cultivate self-love, which is the goal. And I also want to address within this, a lot of people will be like, well, I want to detox. And I think detoxing, at least from when I used to detox, I would look at it as a way to get a quick fix with getting to a certain weight. So there's all of these teas, detox plans, and no products are going to be as successful for detoxing, which is flushing out toxins from your body, which likely has nothing to do with your weight, or has very little to do with your weight. But no products will be as successful as drinking water. So if you want to detox, just drink more water, my friends. That's the easy fix. And, eat a clean, I don't love this term either, but it's a way that I can communicate effectively. Eat a diet that is low in pesticides, low in processed foods. A diet that allows you to, again, feel energized physically, emotionally, and spiritually. And the last thing I'll leave you with here is cultivating self-care rituals to support you as you do these things. So if you feel like you're at a loss and this is so much information, a really easy way to start is to just create a checklist. I'm a big proponent of creating a checklist. Whether or not you look at it every day or use it every day, just creating it so that you have written it down and it's in your mind and you have a plan in place for loving your body. So I have a self-love daily checklist on my website. You just go to melaniemonaco.com and you can download it. It's free. And it's just these very simple things that you can, try to do every single day that will allow you to, again, listen to your body, become more in tune with your body, and love your body. And then, my signature program that I offer in my one-on-one coaching is all about this as well. And we really go deep over the course of 12 sessions to get to the root cause of why we have these limiting belief systems about diets. We rework our relationships to food and body. It's all body positive, so we don't weigh ourselves. We, don't tie our self-worth to any numbers, whether it's a dress size or the number on a scale. And when you get to this point of becoming really in tune with your body, eating intuitively, moving intuitively, your body will get to the place where it's healthiest and happiest naturally. Your body will release any extra weight naturally, and you don't have to fight it. You don't have to be fighting your body anymore. I mean, my gosh, I spent so many years really abusing my body in an effort to try to be skinny when really all I had to do was relax and stop fighting my body. And yes, it took time. It is a marathon and not a sprint. But then, women on average spend 17 years combined on diets. That's 17 years of your life you could be spending restricting, not enjoying food. What? Life is too short to not live your best freaking life and eat the foods you love and love your body. So, I spent so many years totally fighting my body, and all I had to do was stop fighting. It's wild, but it's the truth, and it's amazing. And when you're able to get to that point and really love your body, not only does your relationship to yourself develop in this really beautiful way, but your relationship with other people, your relationship to your career, your relationship to your creative practice, your spirituality, your philosophy, all of those things combined, it just changes your life. Okay, so I hope this was helpful for you. Let me know what you think. And again, you can download that free checklist at melaniemonaco.com. You can also schedule your free call, with me. I offer free calls for people who are interested in my signature program. It is an introduction to what it is to work with a nutrition expert and eating psychology expert. And so we just look at your goals, and I give you some really practical tools that you can start incorporating to your life immediately. So really, you don't have anything to lose, and it's wonderful for me too, because my goal is to help women love their bodies more, and that's my number one passion right now. So feel free to reach out, melaniemonaco.com, and I will see you next time. All right, I love you all, and I wish you a wonderful Tuesday. Take care.